From approximately 6 to 7 years now, we have been experiencing different changes at the tourism village, especially non-organization, loss of revenues, especially with Norwegian moving from the Belize City area, moving down south. And that definitely brought about, as I mentioned earlier, loss of revenue for us. So in order to safeguard ourselves and safeguard piece of the pie, it is imperative that we take this stand at this point in time.
Now, I do believe that you've been operating independently for several years. How do you expect this the formation of this association to improve the situation for tour operators right now?
Well, by representing the various tour operators in my capacity as vice president, Mr. Alvarez, as you know, is the president, and the other executive that was presented earlier. We are working hand in hand with the Belize Tourism Board in order to safeguard our interests, giving them suggestions, receiving suggestions from them, and presenting a very good package to the guests that arrive to our country.
The complaints among the humble membership of the Belize City Tourism Zone Tour Operators and Guides Association are myriad, from the attitudes and behavior of management of the cruise ships and the Belize Tourist Village to working with them to showcase the best of Belize, to support from the Belize Tourism Board.
I think that the BTB could be much more supportive. Some of the concerns that we had brought to the BTB in some meetings gone by was for us to have a representation on the board, and also to be able to market us on the ships, because the bigger companies, they have personnel, literally personnel on the ships that would talk on a one-on-one basis to the guests on the ship. If we could have that opportunity, and also at the cruise ships level, representing us on the outside as tour operators, definitely it would bring much more business to us.
So far, there are 150 members, including the 12 tour operators that originally came together to form the organization. But Robinson said there is always room for more from across the country. And priority number one is addressing the concerns raised by the membership and persuading them to follow the law.
We have been recognized by the Belize Tourism Board. First of all, we have a very, very good working condition with the Belize Tourism Board. There's a few glitches here and there, as in anything, but all in all, I could say that it's good, the working condition between our association and the Belize Tourism Board. What happened though at time, there's a lot of people that abiding by law sometimes it is very hard. So that is what we tend to find sometime among the guides, that they really don't want to abide by certain regulations. For instance, we have a rotation system. We have an area where it's designated for the tour operators, an area that is designated for the guides, and sometimes they would want to encroach in our space, and sometimes we would have to say, no, you got to follow the regulations. So, and the reason why they would want to encroach is because it's easy access to the guests that do come out of the gate, whereby they would be able to approach them, firstly to get a job. But we explained to them that, hey, if you do it orderly, at the end of the day, everybody could go home with some money.
Aaron Humes reporting for News 5.